from Southern Maryland's weather leader. This is a JB Weather Alert.
Hello and good afternoon. I'm Forecaster John Bordash with you right now at 4:46 to give you a live update on the severe storms we're beginning to push into the region. We have no new warnings to pass along to you, but we are now starting to see these storms that we've been tracking over the last few hours begin to cross I-95 and now move into southern Maryland. If I give you the last 1 hour of radar loop, you can see these storms are now pushing into PG and Charles County, as well as impacting the Fredericksburg area, with additional thunderstorms firing up continuously over the Potomac River and then headed northeastward through parts of St. Mary's County and potentially heading on into Calvert County as well. We have a very active radar picture and we have a lot of lightning out there. We really see three dominant storms on radar, kind of four if you include the storm outside the line. We have one healthy area of rains, we have some gusty winds and plenty of lightning moving here into the Annapolis region. This storm is not severe at the moment. We do have a really hefty storm pushing through Clinton, Brandywine, Waldorf. This just pushed through Indian Head and Akakie and Bryan's Road, Piscataway. This is moving to the east here. This storm is not technically severe warned right now, but it definitely wouldn't surprise me to see a severe thunderstorm warning get issued on this one storm. And if I give you a storm track on this one, let's go ahead and take this, and we're pushing it here to the east at about 25 miles per hour. That will work. We're going to be pushing this here through the rest of PG County, getting into Dunkirk and Lower Marlboro here in about the next 15 minutes, getting us into Huntingtown and Friendship here as we approach 5 o'clock, the beaches just after 5 o'clock. And then we have another storm down here, the Nanjemoy storm. You're seeing heavy rain. The lightning is there as well, but that storm's kind of trended downward. But we have some hefty storms back here towards the Fredericksburg area as well, and these are going to try to impact parts of King George and Westmoreland County, potentially St. Mary's County as well over the next hour and a half or 2 hours. These thunderstorms down here near Fredericksburg, these are really strong. The National Weather Service is highlighting the potential of 70 to maybe 80 mile an hour winds and the potential for 1 to 2 inch diameter hail with these storms, in addition to all that lightning. We're going to hope that we can keep those storms to the south and west of us, which is possible, but the storms we have over our region right now, they are strong by themselves without that. And then we have these storms that have continued to fire over parts of the Potomac River that are continuing to lift to the north and east. These aren't severe warned right now. These are just stronger thunderstorms that are producing some lightning, a little bit of hail as well as some gusty winds, heavy rain. You've seen a couple of storms move through here in southern St. Mary's County. Over the last hour, say Indigos, Park Hall, Scotland. You've seen several storms push on through. This is just going to be the latest storm that's going to be pushing northeastward here at about 25 miles per hour. So crossing right now into Piney Point and Tall Timbers, coming across the St. Mary's River here, coming into St. Indigos and Park Hall and Dameron over the next 15 minutes. And then we have this nice little storm that's fired up here just over Leonardtown over the last 15 minutes. This is going to lift into Hollywood and then potentially cross the Protection River into southern parts of Calvert County down towards Lesby as we head over the next, we'll call it half hour, 45 minutes. But these storms, we're going to continue to see this moisture flow out ahead of this line, and it's kind of difficult for me to describe, so I'm going to try my best to draw it, but I don't think I'm going to do that well of a job with it. I want to make sure I'm using a clear pen color with this too. So we have our line of storms that extends from Baltimore down here near Fredericksburg. This is pushing to the east-southeast. Out ahead of this boundary, though, we're getting winds that are coming from the southwest. So the activity that's firing out ahead of this primary line, it's following those winds. So we're seeing them move from the southwest to northeast. That's why we're continuing to see thunderstorms fire up here over the Potomac River, and that's going to continue happening until this front just kind of finally clears it all out. What we're likely going to see happen, though, and this is what I'm really going to be watching here, as that flow continues, additional storms are going to continue to fire. and that line will continue to move south and east, so at some point they will need to converge. When they do converge, we could see those storms really intensify since we're combining storm energies and storm forces here. So I think as these storms continue eastward, they're only going to get stronger with this line. So we see all that thunder, all that lightning right now over parts of PG and Charles County, and I think that storm is really only going to intensify here over the next hour or so. And if we were to put a storm track on this, I want to take you out over the next 2 hours or so. So let me change it to 2 hours, and let's just take this entire line here. It's going to be looking to impact our region. We're going to be moving this east here at about 27 miles. So we'll do this at about this rate, and I think that's just a little bit too slow for what we're actually seeing with these storms. Let's go ahead. We're going to take this out here. So we're going to see this begin to push into parts of Prince Frederick here over the next 20 minutes, getting into Mechanicsville in about the next 20 or 30 minutes. Leonardtown, you have storms right now, so this is really just for that main line we are pushing through. That main line will come through here over the next half hour, 45, 50 minutes or so. Same deal in Lesbia, eventually moving down towards Lexington Park as we approach 6:30, maybe as late as 7. This main line will take some time to work on through. In the meanwhile, you have those storms right now, but we're going to continue to watch it. The National Weather Service and Storm Prediction Center continue to monitor our region for that threat of potentially seeing some hefty storms and some damaging wind gusts upwards of 60 to 65 miles per hour here over the next 1, 2, maybe as late as the next 3 hours. But again, just zooming in here, we can see all the lightning that's occurred with this storm on over towards Brandywine. What I wanted to do is see if we don't just have some traffic cameras from this region to see if we can get a live look inside these storms. And I don't have a good camera down that region. All the rest in that region are kind of offline. This might be the best one I can show you here. Let's flip you on over. So this is 301 at 5. I would assume this traffic backup here is not weather related. My assumption is that we have an accident that's ongoing here. But this is just a general look. You can see that rain falling. You can see some of the spray there from the cars as they're traveling 301 here. And that's really only going to continue here over the next hour or so, with the worst of this really crossing 301 right about now. And this will be moving in, again, through parts of southern PG County into Calvert County as well. Then that southern storm pushing through our southern zone. So stay weather aware and stay safe. That severe thunderstorm watch does continue for the entire region until 10 o'clock. We'll continue to watch this, and just showing in that future cast again, it showed those storms approaching I-95 and now pushing through our region over the next couple hours. And we can see additional showers and thunderstorms fire up behind that main line as we have cooler air try to filter on in. Those lingering storms shouldn't be severe. I think we're really just looking at severe weather with this primary line. But again, it's not moving the quickest, and this could lead to some localized flooding, and that could lead to some severe weather as well. So stay safe. I'll continue to be here on the JB Weather Center to continue to keep you updated. Any new weather warnings get passed along, I'll be back here with you live. And of course, you can always get the latest radar and futurecast imagery at jbweather.net/radar. In the meantime, I'm Forecaster John Bordash. Thank you so much. Have a nice and safe one, and keep it tuned right here to JB Weather for the latest.
Check the forecast anytime online at jbweather.net.